Hello YouTube, Robert from Texas here. Hey, today I want to talk about goal setting, specifically the two most basic steps to goal setting. Because really there's a lot of ways we could talk about how to set up goals for yourself. But I think that the two most basic steps are to write your goals down and to make sure the goals are accessible to you. And by accessible, I mean to always have them available to you so that it's always in the forefront of your mind. You always have something to focus on. And when it comes to writing your goals down, the first step, you want to make sure you're specific. What exactly is it that you're trying to accomplish? What is it exactly that you want in your life? What is your main goal? What is that one thing that you really want to happen? You can't just say, I want to be healthy. I want to be rich. What is that one goal that you're going to help you be healthy? Is it, I have a goal of running a mile a day? I have a goal of running a marathon? Running a 5K? And if it's a financial goal, you want to make $5,000? Do you want to make $10,000? You want to be a top sales earner? What is exactly the goal that you want? Okay? And along those lines, as you're writing your goal down, specifically, what's the end date? By when do you want this to happen? Do you want to run that marathon by the end of the year? Do you want to run that 5K in under 30 minutes by the end of the month? Do you want to have the extra $500 in your bank account by end of next week, or $10,000 by the end of the year? What's specifically your goal? And by when do you want to accomplish it? Now, I've heard two schools of thought when it comes to end dates for goals. I've heard people say don't have an end date because, say you do accomplish your goal, you get to the end date, and it's like, well, okay, now what do I do? You've already done everything. But I would just assume you write on the goal. You just keep going on. And then the other school of thought was that if you have an end date and you don't accomplish your goal, you never got there, and then you're all down and depressed and sad because you didn't do anything. But I would just assume you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and you try again. Set up another end date. You just keep going on. You never stop writing. You never stop trying. Okay? So second step to, most basic step to writing your goals, second most basic step to accomplishing your goals is to have the goals accessible to you. Always have them accessible so that way you're always thinking about them. You always have them focusing in your brain. They're always there. They're always in your mind. And the ways to do that is to write your goals down in the morning. The first thing you do when you wake up, write your goals down. And at the end of the day, right before you go to sleep, rewrite your goals. You wake up the next day, you write your goals again, and then that evening, before you go to sleep, rewrite the goals again. The next day, before you start the day, you write the goals again. And that's just the way to have them in your mind. It's always present with you. You're focusing on it. You start your day off by thinking about these things. And then you go to sleep with these focus, with your subconscious mind still focusing on the goals. And I've heard of people of writing their goals down on 3x5 cards, keeping it with them. They put it in their pocket, they put it in their backpack, and throughout the day, they'll go out and they'll look at their goals. What was it I wanted to do today? What is it I want to do by the end of the year? What was it again? You probably know already, but you read it out to yourself, and it's just something that helps you to keep your focus on your goals. I've heard of people also putting the reminders on their phones, so that way certain times throughout the day, they'll get an alarm to check their goals, or it'll just be like a pop-up message on their phone telling what their goal is. What is it they're trying to accomplish? I think that's kind of cool. So that way it's always in your mind, you're always thinking about it. You never forget what your goal is. And that's it. And you just always have them with you. You're always thinking about them. All right, you guys. And that's basically it. Those are the two most basic steps, I think, to setting up goals. Write them down and have them accessible to you. Always thinking about them.